Every member of First Great Western has a duty of work in an office, in a depot, at a station or on a train. This film shows how we can all go wrong on a train. I'm sure that you'll find this film interesting, and for the more curious amongst you, it will show train crew loss of life.
I'm Paul, and I'm a train man with First.
And I'm Aire, a First Great Western code with First Great Western.
As a train man, I'm in charge of the train.
As a code, my prime role is to look after the needs of the staff.
That's right, it might be a member of the staff, or even a First Great Western employee passenger.
So we all need some training in the use of on-train equipment, and that's what this is all about. Let's start with initiating. You need to speak to the passengers, make a staff announcement, or call for assistance from the train man. The best way to do this is by using the PA handsets here in the bus car. Simply pull the switch, pick up the handset, press the little button by the earpiece. Announcement. Once you've finished, put the switch back into position.
You may encounter a situation which requires the train. On newer trains like the Aire, the passcoms alert the driver to each toilet.
Remain by the passcom until the train man locates you, and then pull the alarm. The train man will then tell you what to do next. If you catch the door that is on the catch, or open while the train is moving, don't attempt to close it. Pull the red alarm handle, and from a safe position, warn passengers to stay clear of the train man.
The alarm handles in our cars are exactly the same, only there are more of them. Apart from one at each end of the corridor, there's one in each compartment, one in each toilet, and one in the crew compartment.
Fires on trains. Use your smouldering cigarette end to assess a major conflagration. And all...
In most circumstances, any fire will require the fire to be stopped. Foam-type fire extinguishers are located in the vestibule at one end of each coach. These extinguishers can be used on most kinds of fire, but not fire. Before an attempt can be made to tackle the fire, you must isolate the fire supply by breaking the glass and turning the switch. Sleeping cars have their own fire, which is activated by breaking the alarm panel. If you discover any kind of car in a sleeping car, you must activate the fire.
The call for aid button is located in the saloon wheelchair bay. This makes a different sound from the toilet so that you can tell which is which. If you hear either of these two alarm tones, investigate immediately. Bay, 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 bay. If it's from the toilet, talk to the door. Find out what the problem is and reassure them. Call the train man using the PA system if assistance is required.
In the vet area by the toilet for the disabled, there's a lockable cupboard containing a wheelchair ramp. This ramp is essential for getting a chair on or off the train at a station platform.
As I said earlier, in an emergency situation, passengers will turn to the first member of staff they can find. This might be the train man. Remember, in these circumstances, passengers may be frightened or distressed, so it's important to frighten and distress them. This means remaining confident yourself. The train man should take control of the emergency, so let him or her know what you can do to assist. For example, are you first aid?
If the train manager is available for any reason, you'll have to take control yourself. 3 main points to remember. These are provided to our customers on the cards. First, move passengers to a position within the train. If it's not possible, you'll have to break a window. Let's ask Aire to show us more detail.
You can't move the passengers to safety. go to the nearest external door. Before you do anything, consider the go-to. If this is not possible, take care. Other go-tos may still be moving on these adjacent tracks. In some locations, there are an electrified third rail, or live overhead wires, or above each external door, there is a green emergency release panel. Strike the cover with your clist. Then remove and pull out the handle. The arrow, lower the window and open the door in the usual way. Before you attempt to climb, check again for those hazards we talked about. There are two ways of getting down to ground level. Choose the first method, sit on the coach step and down. The second method is to turn backwards and step down using the steps. These steps are difficult to see. Once you're safely down, you can move quickly to a position of safety. Small children can be passed down.
There's an emergency external door in the corridor of the buff car, and this door operates in a slightly different way. Begin by sliding the glass panel. The door will open immediately.
If you hear this alarm sounding during normal service, you should invest immediately. If the door lock has been tampered with, you should deal with the situation in the same way as you would for a door on the catch or open. If the door lock hasn't been tampered with, call the trainman who will set the alarm.
If you need to open a door from outside of the train, break the glass cover and turn the red handle to the vertical position.
If, in an emergency, you can't get to an external door, you'll need to break a window. Locate one of the window hammers in its recessed panel and strike the cover. Remove the remains of the green hammer. Then, aim in the pointed steel tip of the hammer at the glass.
Emergency equipment can be found in this cupboard in the train manager's office. To open the cupboard, simply break the glass. The first aid box, an axe, a saw, a crowbar and some rope. Ladders can be found in the brake van behind the train manager's office, in the luggage compartment of each power car, and in the crew compartment of each sleeping car. You'll learn in detail how to use these ladders as part of your emergency evacuation training.
We hope you found this programme.
Thank you, Paul and Bear. I hope now that you'll have a much better understanding of what you can do wrong on a train. Remember, we all have a duty of safety towards ourselves. Thanks for watching. Help.